getting us up to 5,000 likes. Let's go ahead and get this party started. All right. We are now streaming on Twitch and YouTube. So if you are a dedicated Twitcher and Tuber, thank you so much for being here because it is early. All right. We're still going to be doing our show later tonight. All right. The regular show. I just wanted to be here in the morning, test it out, see what it's like. Not saying that it's going to be an everyday thing. I just want to see what it's like. Hi, good morning. All right. So with that being said, guys, welcome in. Thank you so much. All right. I know some of you are at work. Some of you are cleaning. Some of you are just lounging. Some of you are just enjoying the mother effing day. All right. I just want to thank you all so very much for being here with me. I appreciate you all. While you are here, let's be active participants. Let's tap the screen, share the live. Let's keep doing all other good things like knocking out our penny goals. I'm going to go ahead and reset it. And let's do the OG. Let's go with roses. All right. So let's go ahead and knock those out. Also, if you haven't sent your daily heart me on TikTok, by all means, please do so. Doing so helps gets us on the FYP and helps keeps us there so that we can have these conversations with these Trump supporters. Now, with that being said, guys, all right, if you are on YouTube, remember to like the live, guys. I appreciate you all so very much because a lot of people do watch, but they don't like. So make sure you give that thumbs up. Even drop some hearts. Also, guys, there's no daily donation goal here, but if you do want to support, pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name on PayPal and Venmo. Also on YouTube, if you want to support, you can send a super chat. I appreciate all of you. Now that the niceties and all the good stuff is out of the way, because I was talking to my loves, all right, Trump supporters, get in the box. MAGA, get in the box, all right? You don't have to be a pussy this early in the morning. All right. I know you had your Wheaties, you had your cornflakes, and I'm hoping no one pissed in them. Okay. I'm hoping no one pissed in them. So what I need you to do is get in the box. Let's have a conversation. All right. Prove me wrong. Prove all of us wrong. Prove that you are not, in fact, deplorable. Hey, thank you, Sky. I appreciate the hanging lights. All right. Prove to us that you are not a deplorable person. That's what I want you to do. So Trump supporters, get in the box. Let's have a conversation. Let's go. Because I want to see this. I really do. Because I don't think that you all are capable. I really don't. I don't think that you all are capable. So let's see here. All right. Remember, guys, I've been raw dogging Vision. I try not to. This person, I don't know if they're going to load. Oh, they did load. Hello. I can't see your name. What's your name? Oh, they left. Oh, they left. They're out of here. Hello. I'm going to put the glasses on. I'm going to stop pretending that I can see. That's it. I got to stop pretending, guys. All right. All right. Hey, Itchy, I saw that you requested earlier. How are you today?
Doing good, but I forgot that you're streaming, so I'm not going to do what I was started to do when I first came up. But I will say that glow, first thing in the morning, to get motherfucking trouble.
I tried. I tried. Let's pretend that the 170 people aren't here right now. All right. You do know that you could wake up to this every morning, right? But you plan. Just saying. I'm just saying. You plan though. That's on you. That's on you.
See, that's why I knew that you were streaming, so I did. So I said, I'm not gonna go up there. I'm not gonna mess with. I'm not gonna.
I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. So anywho.
Whole can of worm in front of all these people. Look at it.
Why not? They didn't hear anything. They didn't hear anything. See, look, they said we can't see or hear. Look. Awesome. So were y'all able to get any Trump supporters earlier today?
We had two come through. You got to be selective with the Trump supporters that you bring up, especially if you have a queue full of them. Because the first two that you let up, depending on how that goes, that's how the rest of that engagement with Trump supporters gonna go. So just be careful who you bring up.
Very, very true. Very true. So I know that for a fact. I'm thinking that they might just be scared to come up here today. I'm not exactly sure why, but they just are. They can't defend this nonsense.
Did you see any of those town hall meetings that happened over the weekend with Trump support? I mean, Republicans.
Yeah, I read about them, and yeah, absolutely, they deserve it. They absolutely deserve it. Like, they voted against their constituents. Like, these people need their Medicaid, they need their stamps, and they voted against that. I'll be yelling at them too. I might throw some tomatoes.
Tomato, 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 tomato,
Tomato,
tomato.
tomato, tomato. Yep. Tomato, tomato, tomato. Yeah. So, Kay, what happened is a few different Republican congressmen, so representatives, held town halls. And what ended up happening is that they were booed and they were shamed, as they should be. So that's what happened. Their constituents are not liking them right now. Ooh, that leads me to a question, Itchy. Do you think that this is going to last until the midterms, to the point where it would actually change the minds of voters?
Um, I think that's exactly why he's making the moves that he's making now.
Hmm.
Preparation for that, because this isn't going to get better.
Nope.
The economy, we're going to see a big decline in our economy. Job numbers are going to plummet. By Christmas time, I would say by Christmas time, going into the beginning of next year, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough here.
Oh, yes. It's gonna be extremely expensive. I am thinking, like, I was just thinking about that earlier today, because it's not really much that he wants. So I was thinking maybe just an experience instead of gifts. Do, like, take him somewhere instead of gifts, because it's gonna be extremely expensive either way I do it.
Yeah, make them in.
Mhm. Yep. That's exactly it. Because 'cause I'm like, "Yikes." Like, what does he actually need? Also, did you know that they have a PlayStation 6 coming out?
Oh, I stopped after the four, so I don't.
Oh, okay.
I haven't played.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, "Yikes." I'm like, "I'm not doing that. I'm absolutely not doing it. I am not."
Yeah,
You give your boys $10 for every year of life as a gift? Oh, that's pretty awesome. That's awesome. I think that's fantastic. Bubba will look at me like, "What do you want me to do with this?" And then he'll just go buy a whole bunch of Robux. He has no concept of money whatsoever. None.
I just want y'all to know y'all are messy in the comments.
How they messy? What they do? Do 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 do. Ha 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 ha. That was funny. I saw that. That is messy. Answer the question. Guys, this is just for TikTok purposes only. TikTok purposes only. Okay. All right. Okay. It isn't. I knew you would know, John. All right. So whoever told me that, they's a liar. They are a liar, and the truth ain't in them.
Is this something you can talk about?
Oh, look at he accepted the invite. That's crazy. Hey, Hector.
Howdy, ma'am. I just came up here to ask a simple question.
Why'd you
Um,
vote for Trump?
so I did vote for Trump, in another Earth, but I seen a post from President Donald Trump from a day ago, and it starts off by saying, "What few people understand is that we do very little business with India, but they do a tremendous amount of business with us." So I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." So I go to look it up on TradeEconomics.com. And I looked at the imports from India in 2024, and it totaled about $9 billion. And I'm like, oh, that's quite a big number. So since we do very little, according to this number, then India's imports from us is going to be like in the big 100 billions. So then I go look that up real quick, and it's about 40 billion that India gets from us. And I just had to do some quick math real quick, because I think about 90 billion is more than double about 39 billion. So I just want to make sure I'm not stupid. So when the US imports from
That accent
India,
is.
that means that's what we're getting from them. That would be the business we have with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then when India imports from us, that would be the quote, very little business that they're doing with us, right?
Yes, exactly. You're
All
onto
right. I
something.
just wanted to make sure that I'm not a fucking moron like Donald Trump. I appreciate you.
No, he's definitely a moron. Definitely a moron. Also, you should really teach Levito how to do accents. He would appreciate that. He would appreciate that. All right. Hopefully that fixed the echo. All right. Hey, Jerry.
What's up, Queen? I see you going out here looking good, skin glowing.
Please don't compliment me.
Hello?
Thank you. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate it. It makes me uncomfortable. But Itchy can. Also, shout out to John for the $1. John said, you two get a fucking room. He was talking about me and Itchy. I'm trying to. Goddamn.
It wasn't that deep, but you got it.
Okay, Jerry. What's up, Jerry? You want to defend? Go ahead.
Do I want to defend who? Well, I can't right now because I got to go to the hospital. My brother finna have a baby.
Oh, your brother's wife is about to have a baby?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Is this going to be your first?
No, this is my 20th niece. My sister got 11 kids. My brother got 4. My other brother got 2, and then I got a sister that got 2, and this is gonna be the 20th.
Damn.
Yeah, we frugal. We ain't like y'all liberals that don't have kids and stuff. Be so black.
Damn, that's a lot of kids. That's why we can't hear you. That's God. God don't want you to talk that nonsense. That's a lot of goddamn kids.
Yes. Yeah. That's what happens when you're in the church and stuff with the conservative values. We have babies.
Yeah, that's why we still can't hear you.
Hello? You hear me?
God is trying to tell you something.
Y'all hear me?
Unfortunately, now we can.
I said this is what happens when when you have conservative values. You have a lot of kids. You keep that black church values going. A lot of y'all went too far left.
Oh, you mean the values of like hiding molestation?
We're talking about
like
black church, not white
church. And all that bad
We're
stuff.
talking about black
the
church,
pastor
not white
getting the
church.
14-year-old girl pregnant.
We're talking about black
those type
church,
of values,
not white church. Don't disrespect black church.
I could have sworn you said the black church, bruh. I could have sworn you said that.
Yes. I knew
I heard you right.
That, not black churches. Thank you.
Sure.
So y'all, wait. Now, what you just did is commit Negro treason.
Negro treason.
Yes.
Putting that one in the books. Go ahead.
You speaking in front of 250 people and you smearing the black church, which is the foundation of black American culture. And you just equated the black church with pedo. This is Negro treason and you need to get 1,000 shackles.
Okay, Umar. Like what?
This is literally Negro treason.
I swear you're not a real person.
You think a Jewish person would speak negative about the Jewish what's the
synagogue?
Yeah, synagogue, and say that they pedos
and they were no longer part of the faith? Sure.
No, they won't. They won't commit treason like you just did in front of everybody.
Not treason. Such a harsh word. Not treason. What's gonna happen to me?
I'm going to report you to the Negro Mossad, and we're going to
Negro Mossad. Jerry, you're such an unserious person. Why are you like this?
Because, bro, I don't listen. Me personally, bro, I get it, right? Black women, y'all are the backbone. That's why I give grace to the black women, because y'all are the backbone of the Democratic Party. So I give y'all grace, but everybody else outside of y'all, I got a disdain for the Democratic Party. All right, so it's like they do this stuff where they put y'all in the forefront, and then we can't. I'm trying to get around y'all to address these white liberals, but they keep trying to like put y'all in the way, like and it's frustrating because I know y'all are socially conservative, right? Is this true? Most black women that vote Democrat are socially conservative. Can you agree with that?
What the hell do I owe the honors? Good God.
Oh my God. So
no, Jerry's never okay, guys.
So Erica, why you let him over? Erica, why you do this to yourself?
Because Jerry is not a serious person, and y'all don't be listening to Jerry. Jerry, he ain't right. Like something ain't right about him. But Jerry be trying. I want to get to the root. What's your problem with white liberals?
They do this nice, nasty stuff where they act like they care about social issues, but they participate in YT supremacy like white conservatives. Probably just as worse because Malcolm X did the Fox comparison, right? Back in the day, and he was comparing white liberals to foxes.
You stressing my man's out. You're stressing my man's out. Like, I'm gonna need you to calm. Like, what are you doing, Jerry?
Wait, I'm saying this. This is from Malcolm X. This is not from me. All I do is quote people that's smarter than me, which is people like Malcolm X, people like. Well, I'm not going to give you all my my intellectual big homies, but Malcolm X compared. Yes,
Go ahead.
Malcolm X compared white liberals to foxes, right? So they do this like for example, immigration, right? They act like they care about the families being torn apart, but then they come to these sanctuary cities and get exploited. Their labor gets exploited, right? They get paid half of the money of what people that's actually citizens get, right? So they do this thing where, oh, I care about you, but behind closed door, they exploit these people and engage in enslaved, well, no, I wouldn't say enslaved, but indentured servitude labor. So they do this thing with the 1994 crime bill. They act like they care about black women getting harmed, but the whole time they was financing $3.2 billion to private prisons. Like it's the nice, nasty stuff, and y'all keep falling for it, right? Just like the nice, nasty stuff where they in the mainstream media, this is my last point. In the mainstream media, no, this is what black women did. So they did this with black women recently, right? So black women are the most qualified group in the Democratic Party. So there's no DEI hires. The white women and white gays are DEI hires, right? But what they did was they put in the mainstream media narrative, right, that they got black women as the face of going after Trump. So you got Letitia James, you got Fannie Willis, you got the right.
You better land the plane.
This is my last point. So what this does is it sets a precedent that when Trump gets in office, because he's very get it back and bloodish, right? Now he's targeting black women, right? So these white liberals try to have black women do their work. So then once these people get in a position of power, they don't get targeted. Black women do. So they got a history of doing this nice, that nasty stuff that y'all don't address. And it's hurting my feelings.
Itchy? I'm processing. You got it. I'm processing. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I just explained it really.
No, you did it. Because you like the only thing that you said that made sense is that the white liberal will put the black woman in front of them basically as a shield. I don't disagree with that part. Everything else that you said was just like a lot of word salad.
Yeah, because all you care about is yourself right now. You care about you and black women. All right. So of course you resonated with us. You just committed Negro treason against the Black American Church.
Mr. Itchy wanted to say something. He asked
he about to cuss me out because he don't know how to have a dialogue. Here
I'm
goes
gonna
the
need
crash
you not
out.
to do that. All right. No, don't do that. Go ahead, Itchy.
All white people are racist.
Boom. Hey, King Woods.
whether it's a liberal white person or a conservative white person, all white people are racist. We voted for harm reduction when we participate in the political system in this country. We vote for harm reduction. And not only do we vote for harm reduction for us, we vote for harm reduction for everybody. I don't have a system in this country. I'm 48 years old. I've been voting for almost 30 years, and for 30 years, I've been an independent. This isn't something that just transpired when Donald Trump became president, where it's both wings of the same bird. Yeah, no, it's just white people. Different versions of bigotry and racism, different versions of oppression and colonization. But at the end of the day, I do know that anywhere you find liberalism, you find progression. And when you find progression, you find an opportunity to actually make a difference. It's only through liberalism that begets you progression that you actually make a difference in this country. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to understand, and I'm going to teach my children, and I'm going to teach the children around my children that all white people in this country are inherently racist, because all people in this country, including migrants that come to this country, are inherently biased towards African Americans. And that's because of the stereotype and the propaganda that has been pushed on us for 400 years, my guy. See, you're wanting to pick races. I don't want to pick races. I want to pick opportunity. And there's only one place that we have opportunity to move this country forward, and that's literally where you find progression. And notice that I never mentioned a Democrat or Republican or any of those things.
That's valid, but the only thing I got pushback on, right? So progressive ideas make sense in the 1860s, right? When you're trying to abolish slavery, but we've gone too far left in 2025, right? Because we're taking on other groups, right? Because y'all say all white people are racist, but the people who actually benefit from affirmative action that we're fighting for, DEI that we're fighting for, are white women, white LGBTQ. These are still white people. So they hide behind minority status, woman. They hide behind minority status, which is LGBTQ, but these are still white people that participate in racism within these communities. Feminists, white feminists are racist towards black women, right? They benefit the most, right? White LGBTQ is racist towards black LGBTQ members. They don't get treated with a fair shake, but they get to hide their racism behind minority status, which is LGBTQ, which is women. So the people that we're fighting for, the people that are the quote unquote the progressive thing that we're fighting for, it's literally just white supremacy wrapped in minority status. This is literally what's going on. So this is why you see an uptick in people seeing the bullshit and going to independent, right? 40% of Americans, based off the new Gallup poll, are independent now. That's more than Democrats and Republicans.
I want to address that, but before.
It's word salad when I be cooking. It's always word salad when I cook. It's crazy.
Hold on one moment. All right, so YouTube, we have a poll on YouTube. All right, I'm gonna stop the poll once I get at least 15 people to vote on it. So that's when I'll stop it. All right, and then we'll go from there. So YouTube, check out the poll. Thank you, I appreciate you. Also, Jerry, you said that's why most people are moving towards independent, but independents still vote because what is an independent voter?
Somebody that basically you gotta compete for it. We're not just loyal to one party. We just things we agree with on the left, some things we agree with on the right.
Okay, independent voter is literally someone who just doesn't have party affiliation. That's it. That's all that they are. Okay, but they still vote.
Which is me. Yes, I'm independent.
But you still vote, and so you choose either Republican or you choose Democrat because unfortunately we live in a two-party system here in the United States of America, and so you have to see where your views align. Now, I would say, all right, if I were registered as an independent, which unfortunately I'm not because I live in the state of Arizona, and to participate in the primary here, I have to pick a side. All right, I have to pick a party. So with that being said, all right, you have to choose where your values align, just like other independent voters do. And yours align more conservative, where many others align progressive, right? Okay, so with that being said,
I'm more moderate.
I feel like you're not moderate, but whatever. I feel like with you, our conversations typically become circular. All right, we don't ever get anywhere. So I'm gonna ask you the question that I haven't heard you be asked yet. Like, what's the solution?
You said this. So the solution for Black people, right? We need to stop doing this party thing, right? We need to move strategically every election because we have by 2030, I think 2050, Black networks going to be in the negative, right? So we don't have time to sit back for 4 years and wait for the Democrats to get in position of power. So what we need to do is we need to create, there's 40 million Black people in the United States. There's close to 1 million millionaires, right? So we need to create a Black PAC, right? This PAC, right, we can fund a PAC. Let's put $500 million in there, right? Similar to APAC, but this is a Black agenda. We got 10 of our, we put 10 things that's the most important for us in every election, right? We don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, and then we agree to it, right? Do a vote, whatever we do, right? And then we fund politicians, I don't care if it's Democrat, Republican, white, Black, Asian, Jewish, Arab, and we fund their campaign in order for us to fund their campaign, they have to agree to our agenda, right? And then once they get in position of power, right, then they can push our agenda. So we don't need this party.
Platinum
We don't need this party loyalty thing. We need a Black American version of AIPAC for a Black agenda, and we fund Republicans. We fund Democrats.
We want money out of politics. We don't want to put more money into it. We
Politicians are paid and bought by special interest groups. Facts.
You think the white men in power are gonna act in the best interest of the Black people?
They're gonna
just
act
because
in the best
get a check?
interest of my
Absolutely
money.
not.
Yes,
not
the hell
happen.
they are. Elon
Not-
Musk literally
not
bought
gonna
the election.
Not
Elon
gonna
Musk
happen.
bought the election.
Good God, this cough is awful. I've never spoken.
This is the solution. This is why I'm independent.
Hold on, Jerry. Hold on one moment because we have someone new here. But before we get to the new person, all right. So shout out to Feisty804 on YouTube for the $10 super chat. Feisty said, "I think I understand what he's saying." She did say that. Drop some hearts in the chat for Feisty. All right, for thinking that she understands what Jerry is saying. I appreciate you, Feisty, for the love. Now, with that being said, all right, I did make a poll. All right, and the poll said, "Does Jerry make sense to you?" All right, 8% said that he cooking. 8% said he cooking. Sorry. All right, 92% said absolutely not. Absolutely not. Jerry, like no, just no.
I'm glad.
Again, Jerry.
Wait, can I respond to that? Let me respond
It's
to that.
not. Hey,
Let me
it's not
respond
that
to that.
I'm not sick. It's because I did something over the weekend that I wasn't supposed to do. All right. I
heard
had
you was making it
cigars.
rain at that strip club.
Yes, I did. Like, all right. She was tall, dark skinned with a big old booty, and I enjoyed it. All right. Okay. Anywho, so listen, Jerry. All right. Again, the only thing I agree with you on is that I do believe that liberal white women do place Black women as a shield for themselves. I've seen it in real life and also on this app many times. So I don't disagree with
What about
you
the
there.
LGBTQ?
And I think that
what about the white LGBT?
excuse me, one moment. I think that we as Black women have to be able to recognize that and not allow ourselves to be placed in that position to act as a shield for them. We do. We have to be able to actually advocate more so for our issues and make our voices heard. Literally just was on a panel with a bunch of amazing, intelligent Black women. I believe on Saturday, we were talking about the exact same thing. All right. So I don't disagree with you on that. Everything else, no, because we're not going to be able to capitalism our way into being heard. It's not going to happen. Money at the end of the day, I'm trying to tell you, does not mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. All right. It's not going to force them to listen to our issues because at the end of the day, guess what? We are still Black and they still don't give a fuck.
All right. Can I respond?
I'm about to drop you.
Oh, okay. Cool. You can drop me. All right. I'm out of here.
All right, Jerry. I'll see you next time, buddy. Have a great day. And congratulations to your brother and to you.
All right. God bless you.
Bye. All right. All right, guys, let's keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. Let's keep doing all other good things. All right. We are working on our finger hearts. We have 60 of those to go. So let's go ahead and knock those out. Also, let's get this live up to 100,000 likes. There's over 360 of us here. I know we can do it. So let's tap the screen, share the live, do all the good things. And again, if you are on YouTube watching, go ahead and do me a huge favor and make sure that you are liking the stream. I appreciate you all so very much. All right. Also, I am joined here by the intelligent, amazing, also handsome. Hope I'm not making him feel uncomfortable. I'll stop if I am. All right. Itchy Banks. Make sure y'all are showing him all of the love while he is here. Make sure y'all are showing him the love. Okay. Do all the good things. Hey, Oak Tree. Okay. So Texas Trump. I don't want to assume, but did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So give me 1 second. I swear, I just want this voice thing to act right. It just is always something. Oh, thank you so much, Falcon, for the $10. Falcon said money out of politics. I know that's right. Thank you so much, Falcon. I appreciate you, love. All right, y'all make sure again to take care of Itchy. Pay links are in the bio. It's Itchy Banks on Cash App. Buy that man some coffee, buy him some lunch or something. He be eating big lunches too. I don't know how he doesn't take a nap afterwards, but buy that man some lunch. Now, text
Doing anything after lunch.
Oh, okay. That's why. All right. So Texas Trump. As the prompt says, I think that you're deplorable, and it definitely is based on your vote for Donald Trump. You have the opportunity to prove me wrong. So
I am deplorable.
You are deplorable. Oh, okay. So you admit it. You deserve condemnation and shame.
Yeah, because that's exactly what helped Trump beating Hillary Clinton.
I'm sorry. What?
That comment by Hillary Clinton. That's exactly why Trump won.
Because I think it's because you all don't know what deplorable actually meant at that time.
Oh,
you might not even know now, but
it changed now.
But
it hasn't changed.
Did Donald Trump lose to Joe Biden?
Yes, he did.
Joe Biden called them deplorable.
I believe he did.
He did. So I think that it has more to do with something else.
No, he didn't call us deplorable.
Y'all been identified as deplorable people.
He called us garbage.
Yeah, I mean, he called you deplorable too.
Yeah, Hillary called us the deplorable. Biden called us trash.
Yeah, and so Biden won. So there's a common denominator here. Everybody thinks y'all are deplorable and trash human beings. But the only people that he beat didn't have anything to do with name calling, because we've been calling y'all this since 2016. I think it had more to do with the two people that he beat being a woman, in this country being more misogynistic than we ever imagined.
Hey, sir, I have a question for you, and be totally honest, all right? You accuse us of being sexist and misogynist and all that shit. But in 2020, you had 6 women running against Joe Biden.
All this shit.
What happened to your party? Why didn't you elect a woman out of the 6 people running for president in the primaries in 2020?
Because we had already ran a woman before, and what we needed at that point in time. You asked the question.
Let him answer it.
You asked the question. We've already ran a woman before, so that lets you know that we don't have a problem running a woman. We ran a woman again, which lets you know we don't have a problem running a woman. But at that time in 2020, this racist white supremacist movement, the one that I don't know how you got involved with, Taco, but this white supremacist movement literally needed a white man to go against it. We know this because Black people in South Carolina are the people who put Joe Biden on his path to victory. Before South Carolina, Joe Biden was even losing the preliminaries. He was actually behind a gay man and 2 women.
So the solution for the Democrat Party was run a racist against another racist. Because you're not going to let me lie. The Joe Biden is the greatest racist in this country. Right?
Sorry. Joe Biden is the greatest racist in this country? Expound on that one. Elaborate.
Yeah. He called Obama the only cleanest African-American articulate. He called Black kids in white schools crazy jungle. He said the poor kids are
white person. Joe Biden never said.
Me, you ain't black.
Oh. So basically what's happening here is that nuance, context is missing. Because I can tell you for the Breakfast Club, which is a show that he said that on, they typically end their show that way by saying, you ain't black if, and then they say something, right? That's what they do on that show. So Joe Biden did in fact say, you ain't like, if you ain't black, if you don't vote for me, he said that. And then guess what he did? He apologized for saying that. Tell us when Donald Trump apologized for his racist actions.
So how many times?
No. Texas Trump, I need you to tell us when Donald Trump apologized for his racist actions, because Donald Trump, hold on, I'm sorry, Texas. Here's the thing. We allow you to talk. You have to allow us to talk, especially me, the host.
I'm answering, ma'am. I said he doesn't have to.
Why doesn't he have to?
Racists are, listen, a racist is going to be always a racist. You honestly think
you
honestly will take the apology from Trump. Honestly, be honest with yourself.
Are you black?
No, I'm Hispanic.
Hispanic's not a race, love. How do you present to the world?
Are you going to take, ma'am? If we're gonna talk
I'm
about
sorry.
race, there's only one race in this world, the human race. I don't
No,
see
unfortunately, no. Because of the system of white supremacy, we actually have 5 races in the United States of America.
All right. If you call yourself a race, that's fine.
And you are white, black, Pacific Islander, indigenous, or Asian. Which one are you? How do you present to the world?
Hispanic. I am
No,
Hispanic.
Hispanic is not a race. It's an ethnicity, love.
Well, ma'am, I'm not saying it's a race. When did I say it's a race?
Is this Asler?
When did I say it's a
It's
race?
Asler. You was black.
I'm Guatemalan. I was born in Guatemala. But if I
it's
said
Guatemalan. I don't know why. Why your country keep changing? I thought it was Argentina.
90% of your followers are so dumb that they're gonna think I'm Mexican.
Please don't say dumb. And no one thought that you were Mexican.
All right, they're gonna associate me with.
Hey, and ask,
but that's all they know, Mexico.
Can you use my mod account?
Yes, love.
Hey, and Ashley, quit over talking people too. Hey, Erica, do you mind if I play this? It's like a minute and a half.
Sure, by all means.
All right.
More than the policy that you call a policy is the rationale for the policy. The rationale for the policy. You set out 4 principles that you adhere to, and then and I will go over them in a moment. Then you say on page 14, we must not become part of South Africa's problem. We must remain part of their solution. We must not aim to impose ourselves, our solutions, our favorites in South Africa. Damn it, we have favorites in South Africa. The favorites in South Africa are the people who are being repressed by that ugly white regime. We have favorites. Our loyalty is not to South Africa, it's to South Africans. And the South Africans are majority black, and they are being excoriated. It is not to some stupid puppet government over there. It is not to the Afrikaners regime. We have no loyalty to them. We have no loyalty to South Africa, to South Africans. And the fact of the matter is I listen to this rationale, first of all. It is the leaders of South Africa and their people, black and white, who have the majority responsibility. They must rise to it. Well, they are rising to it. They're rising to it. The only thing left available to do with that repulsive, repugnant regime of Afrikaners there. And it's the only way they have. They've tried everything for the last 20 years. They begged, they borrowed, they crawled, and now they're taking up arms. The second thing, progress toward peace requires a timetable. Timetable, elimination of apartheid. What's our timetable? What are we saying to that repugnant regime? Are we saying you've got 20 days, 20 months, 20 years? We asked them to put up a timetable. What's our timetable? These people are being crushed. And we're sitting.
I'm not going to play anymore. But Erica, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Did that sound like a racist?
No. It did not sound like a person who's actively racist.
Yeah, actively racist. Can you do that? Was in what, 1981, 82, somewhere around there? So for somebody who's not even from this country to tell us about the people that we've been with in this country for over 400 years and to describe to us what racism looks like, isn't that kind of like falling on deaf ears?
Exactly. How would you know?
Right. I just wanted to play that.
Oh, can I play mine?
And you're not even willing to even call yourself black at that. You say Hispanic as if Hispanic is a race. It's not. It's an ethnicity.
Why am I black? I'm not black.
Because you phenotypically present as. Turn your camera on.
Am I black? No, I'm
turn
brown.
Your camera on.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm brown.
Go ahead. Turn your camera on.
Do I look black to you?
Turn your camera on.
Black. First, let's not.
Asler, make sure you have a shirt on.
Is this Asler?
Of course I have a
shirt. Is that Asler?
No, it's not Asler.
Let me see your face. Oh, that's not Asler?
Oh, that's a white man.
Am I black to you?
You was a white man.
Yeah, you was a white man.
I thought you were someone else. My apologies. You still white.
Guatemala,
we
man.
Just
born in Guatemala. Now, can I play mine, sir?
In Delaware, the largest growth in population is Indian American. immigrants moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking. Romney wants to he said the first 100 days, he's going to let the big banks once again write their own rules. Unchain Wall Street. They're going to put you all back in chains. Look, we need to reform the criminal justice to make sure black mothers feel confident when they send their child and their son out on the street that he's going to be safe. We got to recognize that kid wearing the hoodie may very well be the next poet laureate and not a gangbanger. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Really? Who are the poor kids according to him? Because the white kids, they make sure that we knew the white kids were smart, right?
Yeah, and so then this is exactly where I see this is the difference. We said all white people are racist. We're gonna go by not somebody's words, because words can be misinterpreted. We go by people's actions. And what we can say is that if we're going by the political history of both of these white men who are both racist, because all white people are racist, then the actions that they've taken says that one is a component of black liberty, and the other one is a component of black regression. That's the easy pick, my friend.
My question is, you
And
fight.
then also another thing, this goes back.
Before he asks his question, I need to know if he understood what I just said.
Did you understand Texas Trump?
Of course, and so far Trump. I'm not defending Trump, but you people are fighting a racist with another racist. You call us misogynist when you had 6 women in 2020, and you didn't.
But no one said that the Democratic Party wasn't misogynist either, though. That's the thing.
We didn't vote for Kamala, but you had Kamala dropping off even before the first debate.
Here's the thing. No one said that the Democratic Party isn't racist. No one said that the Democratic Party isn't misogynistic.
Or maybe
so, but when we look at it, we had, excuse me, Texas Trump, if I may, for the love of God, stop doing that, please. As I was saying, hey, Blue Canary, as I was saying, when it comes down to it, we had 2 candidates. We're not talking about 2020. And the reason why is because 2020 wasn't the last election, and Kamala Harris wasn't the candidate that was on the ballot. But in 2024, she was, and she was way more qualified than Donald Trump to be president. And yet people could not see through the fact that not only was she a woman, but also that she was black. And they chose to vote for a man who flubbed C-19, basically because he wanted to give it back to the states and allow 50 different governors to handle it. Over 1 million people unalived here in the United States alone, coming only second to the country of Brazil. And then also he started a trade war with China, okay, in his first term, causing the increase in prices that we started to see in 2019. He put tariffs on lumber from Canada. He also took us out of the Iran nuclear deal in 2018. And he also signed and implemented the largest increase in wealth distribution to the top in American history with the TCJA. Like, what are we doing here? And then we're not even going to talk about his personal life, but he wasn't a good president. He is not a good leader, yet people could not see through the fact that Kamala Harris was not only a woman, but also black. And now here we are. So let's talk about stuff that is presently happening. Okay. You tell us what it is that you support about Donald Trump right now as president after I read this. Shout out. I said, after I read this. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Sean, the other disgusted veteran on YouTube, for the $5 super chat. Sean said Cadet Bone Spur's biggest accomplishment is out-sleazing Roy Cohn. I know that's right. Otherwise, he is a white nationalist pig. People like me warned you since birtherism. I know that's right. I know that is so true. We did warn you. We warned you, Texas Trump. We did.
I just came back up to address one thing because I don't appreciate that monumental pivot he tried to pull there after playing that dumbass clip. So we can go back to that. I love how in the very clip you played to prove that Joe Biden is some racist, as if everyone up on this panel didn't concede to all white people being racist to some degree, is that several clips in said video would actually help prove that he's not racist or he's actively working on it. I'm going to address two so far. While the poor kids are just as bright as white kids thing was said not in the best language, it was simply him saying, hey, because we do know black people historically are among some of the poorest in the country, right? Despite our exceptions, like as a group, our average household income is lesser than many other races. So technically, yes, it is fair to qualify us in that poor scenario. And they're saying we are literally just as smart as the white kids who get their opportunities often based off of their household income and their privilege, whereas we have to fight for the scraps. So him making that equivalency, again, said poorly, is accurate. And I can appreciate that. I don't expect white people to say everything fucking perfectly when it comes to other races. The least qualified demographic to talk about racial issues, but they still cook sometimes. Any case, second point, the video where he's saying, hey, so we can look at those kids as the next, whatever his word was, astronaut, whatever the case, and not a gangbanger. Again, another compliment to black and brown people, saying we are more than just these stereotypes that are put on us by white society.
He said the kid in the hoodie, not just. Yeah, I got you. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, he in the one I was talking about, he did specifically say gangbanger, but yes, absolutely. So again, I love how you got this little manufactured clip with the pathetic ass music, but it doesn't prove the point that you're making. And it's a monumental pivot again from the fact that Donald Trump has been standing on racism for at least the last 50 something fucking years.
Exactly.
Facts.
And because like he's up here trying to say that we voted for racist and Biden, yet you literally voted for Donald Trump and you acknowledge that Donald Trump is a racist. So I'm trying to see what's your logic here. But I really don't give a damn. Let's talk about something current, Texas Trump.
Also, thank you, Itchy, for that clip. I gave you a follow, my brother. I'm gonna need y'all to gift the fuck out this king below me. And I'm gonna drop so I can make sure he gets his shine. Y'all gift the fuck out of Itchy. I say what I shut up, Texas. Gift the fuck out of Itchy.
So how are
Thank
they
you,
helping
Hector.
the community
Yes,
by
gift the fuck out of Itchy. Show Itchy all the love. Texas, you're still
They
talking?
just told you shut the fuck up, bro. You're gonna have some. I'm sorry, I forgot where we were at and what we were doing. Hey, we're gonna be the
He's up.
Yeah, we're gonna be the mirror. I'm gonna be the one to keep you in line. Now, go ahead and say what you were gonna say.
Okay, so Texas Trump. All right, let's talk about something current. Okay, what is it about Donald Trump's current presidency that you support?
That he's trying to beat Obama's deportation record of 4.2 million people. Hopefully he gets it, because that way you can actually call him the deported in chief, right? Oh,
how did you come to how did you come to the United States?
Because you forgot that Obama.
Texas Trump asked your question. How did you come to the United States? Was it on a visa? Was it asylum? Was it a refugee program? What was it? You had sponsors?
I came illegal, man. I came illegal. Because
you had a sponsor?
I don't like you. No, I crossed the border illegal.
You crossed the border legally? Illegally. Okay, yeah. So you crossed the border illegal. Oh my God, is this real?
Yeah. Okay. Why am I gonna lie to you? Do you want?
You don't have to lie. No one asked you to lie.
All right, I'm telling you the truth.
Okay, so how did you become a naturalized citizen? When did you cross the border?
Mr. Bush's father gave a farm program that I qualified because I was working in the farms. So I became a legal resident, and then I became a citizen in 1996.
So you're telling me that you yourself crossed the border, as you said, illegally, all right, and via a president's push for basically amnesty via a work farming program. Hold on, time out. Via a work farming program, you were able to attain your citizenship here in the United States. That's what you're saying. Hey, Swan. Okay. All right. So basically, you got lucky because a president even though Bush Sr. was ridiculous, a president actually pushed for policy that would help immigrants instead of criminalizing you. All right. He helped you. Yet you turn around 20 years later and you vote for a president who is literally criminalizing people who came to this country just like you for better opportunity. Make it make sense.
Can you explain to me how did I turn around?
You basically, because without Bush Senior's program, you wouldn't be a citizen in the United States of America.
Tell me, how did I turn around against who?
You turn it around against other undocumented immigrants.
Oh, wow. So I'm responsible for Obama's deportation because I voted for Obama.
You're a fucking ladder puller. I said it. I don't care. You're a ladder puller,
Are you responsible for them?
You're a ladder puller.
I'm responsible.
I wouldn't vote against them. Right? Why are you asking me, am I responsible for them? I wouldn't vote against them. You voted against them. You voted against people just Obama, like you.
Obama deported more people than anybody else.
Okay, but Obama did it the correct way.
Oh, the correct way. You're gonna tell me?
Yeah, he allowed them due process.
You told me you're gonna tell me.
He didn't criminalize them, though. That's the thing. He didn't criminalize them. So there's a difference. All right. Did President Obama, because you like to keep doing these whataboutisms, so did President Obama send people to a concentration camp?
Obama.
No, answer my question. Hey, stop talking when I'm talking. When I'm talking, your box shouldn't be blue. All right. So that way I can hear you and you can hear me. Okay. So stop doing that. Now I'm going to ask you again. Did President Obama send people to a concentration camp?
Oh, yes, he did.
Yes or no? Cages, what was the name of the concentration camp?
Where were the cages in 2014?
Do you know
about the cages? Did you know about the cages or no?
Oh my God, the cages.
Oh, you're going to ignore them.
I'm not going to ignore them. I'm going to tell you what the cages were. Oh my God, the cage. What happened is that due to President Obama's aggressive deportation program, which he did have, no one denies that. All right, the detention centers where they had to be detained, all right, were overflowing. All right, they did not have enough room. So what the Obama administration did is they did set up these facilities to actually hold these children. Okay, these were unaccompanied minors, children without guardians or parents crossing the border. Instead of housing them with adults where they could incur some form of harm, to prevent that, they housed them in these facilities. It made sense to house them there while they tried to find their guardians or their parents. That's what those facilities were for. Also, those cages started in 2006 under George Bush. Thank you very much. President Obama just continued to use them. And again, it was to house unaccompanied minors.
When did you find out about it?
Jeez,
when did you find out about the cases? Honestly,
my goodness. We found out about it during the Trump administration because Trump was taking children. Excuse me, be quiet. We found out about. I'm not going to crash out. I promise I'm not going to crash out. I'm not going to crash out. Let me lower my tone. Bring it down some. Okay, Texas Trump, please listen. I'm answering your question. Okay.
Hey there. How's it going?
They found out. Itchy, I'm going to mute you, love.
I will let you know.
All right. They found out. All right, because it became an issue, not found out. It became an issue because Donald Trump was ripping children who were crossing the border with their parents and guardians away from them. Children as young as 5 months old were being taken away from their parents or guardians and placed in cages.
That wasn't my question.
And then forced. You asked when I found out. I'm telling you when and why we found out. We found out during the during Trump administration. And that's when it became an issue. And the why is because Donald Trump was forcefully taking children away from their parents and guardians and placing them in those cages and then forcing them into foster care.
You didn't know about the cages before 2016. That's what you're telling me.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. I think that people knew about the cages.
And when
they weren't an issue.
When they find out in 2017, Jesus they were on human.
Yeah,
they were on human cages. Again,
but when they were in I just want to point out this right quick.
Mm-hmm.
The cages were actually the facilities and all of those things were actually done before Bush, Clinton. Those facilities was there before Clinton. I think that those facilities have been there since the 80s. Now, what has happened is each president has added to those facilities. And the only president that made it a point of argument or a point of contention was actually Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
So Donald Trump creates a problem. He gives these people a bone to run on or to fight over, and then he tries to give a solution. In the situation of the cages, he didn't even give a solution. He just created a problem.
Exactly.
Those cages have been there for at least 2 presidencies before Donald Trump even thought about running for president. He didn't make it a thing on his campaign. He never made it a thing until it was something that he could throw raw meat in front of his constituents. I also want to point this out, then I'm gonna be quiet. It's funny that this guy from south of the border that came here illegally is advocating for the oppression of people who look just like him in Texas. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you up. You got a lot of background noise. It's in the hopes of him being a model minority. See, the more of those people that come here, the more he feels like, or the more or the less special or model minority he becomes. So it's almost like, you remember, you too young to remember. You're too young and beautiful to remember.
I'm almost 60.
All through the 80s and 90s, they ran our faces across the evening news every night.
Yeah.
And we just wanted something to be done for us to stop being not only vindicated over the news, but also something to happen in our communities. And I understand that these men voted for that, but he's not that guy. He's just a horrible fucking person. Listen to the things he's saying about his people.
Exactly.
He's just a horrible person.
Exactly. He's not proving us wrong at all. He's definitely deplorable. And it's crazy to come up here and admit that you are deplorable. Like you voted to harm your own people because Donald Trump told you what he was going to do. But here's the thing though, Texas Trump, here's the thing, all right? Here's the thing. You got lucky, bro. You really did. You got lucky because the president who was in office when you came here to the United States illegally, all right, had a plan to actually help you. Donald Trump doesn't have a plan to help undocumented immigrants at all. Again, he's criminalizing them, putting them into detention centers like Alligator Alcatraz, where they're not getting proper nutrition, where they can't even shower, where it's not safe, where they're suffering during breathing issues. Right? And you're okay with that.
And you think Obama had my people in 5-star hotels?
I don't think that Obama had your people in 5-star hotels, but he wasn't inhumane.
You know what the difference is, ma'am? You know what the difference is?
The difference is the humanity. Donald Trump is cruel, and Obama wasn't cruel.
But they never show you what Obama was doing.
That's not even the cruelty is the point, Erica.
Exactly. Oh, you're breaking up, Itchy. He'll come back. It's breaking up, Itchy.
Because you're frozen.
I'm frozen? I'm moving. Am I frozen, y'all?
Oh, yeah, it was for a second. It was for a second. Okay. All right, it was me then. Donald Trump has had every opportunity to do the same thing that Barack Obama and Joe Biden did. He's not deporting these people in mass numbers or record numbers. That's not even their intentions. His intentions is to lock these people up. And Texas, whatever his name is, literally supports the idea of incarcerating people, locking people up for long periods of time, in some cases forever, because of crossing a border that he crossed illegally. That's crazy work. You know, when you were crossing the border, when you were swimming across a river, and I told you, I'm not ever going to let you overtalk me, ever. So when you were swimming across a river, the worst thing that could happen to you is you get sent back across the river and or you have to go through, a court case.
Yeah.
You didn't have to worry about being incarcerated for the rest of your life because you swam across a river, when people that came across an ocean are the ones that's locking these people up right now. You're literally supporting a group of people who came across a river and made your people not natives anymore, And you're supporting and empowering these people going to prison forever for what? Because you a chomo? Bro, that's weird.
Can I talk now, Ichi, or I will never be able to talk?
You can talk now. You see
Okay.
my microphone go
Okay.
on mute.
How long do you think an illegal person should be detained and then deported? How long? How long will be the most?
They can send, as far as I'm concerned, they can send all you motherfuckers home. But the point is,
I'm asking nicely, how long?
You came the same way they're coming. I'm sorry. You came the same way they're coming, and you didn't face the same penalties. You didn't have people advocating for the same penalties that you're advocating for your people to face, my guy. That's what that's the problem I have.
I could tell you how many black people told me to go back to my country. But you know what? I wanted to stay here. Yeah, I live in African American neighborhoods in Chicago.
You didn't have to worry about going to prison.
Go back to my country.
Bro, I think you're missing the point, Texas Trump. Like
I was asking Ichi, but he doesn't.
No, but the point keeps going over your head. I need you to acknowledge the point, though.
Detained and then deported.
Your machismo keeps showing. Your machismo keeps showing because when Ichi talks, you get quiet. No, you be quiet. You be quiet. Okay, stop it. Your machismo is showing. Every single time Ichi talks, you're quiet. When I start talking, you feel this need to overtalk me. Stop doing it. I'm tired of spending seconds, minutes, just telling you not to talk over me. Be quiet. As I was saying, you consistently miss the point. All right. You are missing the point is that you had an opportunity. You had an opportunity that your people do not have now because the president currently sitting in office is not giving them that opportunity. You got lucky. You could have voted as a citizen. All right. You could have voted for the candidate who would have gave them an option. Kamala Harris actually had an immigration plan. She wanted to improve our immigration system. She wanted to hire more judges. She wanted to hire more clerks. She wanted to increase border security. She also wanted to give people a pathway to citizenship and cut down the time. But you voted for the guy who literally just said mass deportation. Didn't tell you how he was going to do mass deportation. He just said mass deportation. And some way, somehow for you as a friggin' immigrant, that sounded good to you?
So you're going to tell me that people that are here for 15, 20 years, they never find a way to get their papers? Really?
I'm okay with them being here because guess what those people are? Those people are tax-paying. They pay taxes.
They couldn't find a way to become legal. That's what you're telling me.
They pay taxes.
Okay, because I have a family that came from Colombia.
Until the president of the United States gave you away, and you did it on your own. No,
exactly.
You literally told us that George Bush.
I have family.
Again, I'm not going. If I start talking, you shut up.
You're not gonna tell him. Let me talk.
Yeah, that's how that's gonna work. When I start talking, you shut up. That's your cue. Your cue is that when my mouth start moving, yours stop. So you can get mad and start fighting the mute button all you want to. That's not gonna help you though. But you didn't. You didn't find a way to get legal. You literally had to wait till a president gave you a go-ahead. You told us this. You told us without George W. Bush making a way for farmers or whatever it was you was doing at the time, you would not be legal here, but you were still here. You were still here. No telling how long you had been here. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? See, instruction is a key to success in this country. And what I need you to do is follow the rules. I said when my mouth is moving, yours is not. So again, without the help of that white man making a provision for you to actually become legal, you'd still be ducking ICE right now. So for you to turn around and make it impossible for somebody else that lives here to live in the comfort in which you lived in here until to George Bush actually made it possible for you to stay, then that's crazy. But I need you to understand, this might backfire, and I'm gonna be quiet after this, Erica. This may backfire because the guy that you elected, not only does he not want illegal migration here, he don't want legal migrants here. and you don't live here. You're not from here. So at the end of the day, if this president gets his will, if he gets what he wants, if Stephen Miller gets what he wants, you going home.
Exactly. I really want you to understand that. And that actually is the point that I do want to make, is that Donald Trump is currently looking at over 40 million valid visas here in the United States. He has his administration doing that. All right. He is looking to revoke the legal status of people who can actually be here. That's one way he's doing that. He's also trying to price out people from coming here by charging them exorbitant fees to come to the United States of America. So he's doing that. He's also going after green card holders. All right, preventing people who have traveled outside of the country, who have green cards, so they're permanent residents, all right, telling them that they cannot come back into the United States.
So
he's
can I
doing
answer
that.
to Ichi, ma'am?
Why do you think that you're untouchable?
Can I answer to Ichi?
You can answer the issue, and then I want you to answer my question. Why do you think that you're untouchable?
Ichi, I took that opportunity because it opened up to me. But I've been here 40 years. I was dating a Puerto Rican, and she wanted to marry me to give me immigration papers.
Yeah, I don't care nothing about that. You still needed somebody help. Just like these people need somebody help.
Exactly.
Either way it go, whether it was somebody taking pity on you and marrying your bum ass.
Are you going to let me talk?
I forgot where we were at, Erica. I forgot. I'm sorry. Whether
okay.
it was somebody taking pity and marrying you, and or the white man giving you an opportunity with somebody.
Yeah, and I would have got married.
You needed help. You didn't do it yourself.
I will get married to a citizen. I'm married to a white woman from Wisconsin. All right, for the last 20 years, I will be legal by now. But you want me to feel guilty for people that been here for 20, 30 years? They go celebrate quinceañera, buying new cars, but they don't look for a way to become legal. Come on, I'm not gonna feel sorry for them.
Itchy. Does it sound like a man who basically hates himself?
Yeah, he hates himself.
Okay.
Every time you hear mariachi bands, he about to pull his hair out of his head.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like every time he talks, he just gets a bit more disgusted with himself.
Has it hit deplorable yet?
He been deplorable. Absolutely. You're absolutely like you're extremely deplorable. Like when it comes down to it, and Trump supporters, the ones like you, Texas Trump, all right, when it's time for you to wear your scarlet letter, when it's time for you to wear your scarlet letter,
madam,
and it hits your front door, you're going to realize that you made the biggest mistake of your life. The absolute biggest mistake. You are not safe. So Texas Trump, again, I'm going to ask you, why do you think you're untouchable?
I'm asking you. I ask you first.
Sir, why do you think you're untouchable? I asked you that question a few minutes ago. Answer it.
I never said I'm untouchable.
You act like you are. You act like you don't see what's going on around you.
I'm not. I'm not advocating for deportations, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Why would I vote for a woman that is disgust me? Huh?
I'm sorry, a woman that disgusts you?
Yeah.
How does she disgust you?
A woman that claimed to be Indian her entire life. And
she did not claim to be Indian her entire life. That is an outright lie.
Oh, she did.
Do you think a person who claims to be Indian their entire life would go to a HBCU?
She only became black when she was running for president.
She only became black when she was running for president. Lean into that a little. Tell us more.
Obviously, she's black, but she didn't feel like she was black.
Tell us more. I want to know, like, where's the proof? Where did Kamala Harris say that she was only Indian?
Saying that she's an Indian, she's cooking Indian food. I never saw her saying any ghetto words until she was running for president. Okay. Now she got an accent.
First of all, Indian is a nationality and also it can be an ethnicity.
Exactly.
Also, additionally, Kamala Harris is biracial. Okay, she is Asian and she is black. Her ethnicity, all right, being Indian and Jamaican. Okay, that would be basically her ethnicity. Okay, now with that being said, Texas Trump, there's a duality there where she grew up a part of both cultures. Kamala Harris has always claimed her Blackness, claimed her Indian heritage. There is no denying that.
She's only one.
Kamala Harris went to an HBCU, Howard University. Kamala Harris pledged in the first Black sorority, which is AKA Alpha Kappa Alpha. Okay. Kamala Harris has been a member of the Black Congressional Caucus.
She worked at McDonald's too, right?
She may have. If she did or she didn't, it doesn't matter.
No, McDonald's doesn't have
You're
any
saying that she disgusts you when you're sitting up here spewing anti-Hispanic rhetoric. You hate yourself. You are trying so hard to assimilate to whiteness.
Why do
Let me check something right quick.
Go ahead, Itchy.
What I tell you about when my mouth? What I tell you about when my mouth moves?
This dude's wild.
Yeah, what I tell you to do when my mouth moves. He comes from what Donald Trump and conservatives would consider to be a third world country.
Mm-hmm.
He literally comes from a third world country. I know that you don't speak proper Spanish. No, you don't speak proper Spanish. Then you come here with your broken English, coming from a third world country. If anybody speaks ghetto, it's you. You speak ghetto. You speak third world. You speak not only broken Spanish, but broken English. So you haven't mastered either language.
Itchy, with all my respect,
You haven't mastered any language that
I don't want to sound racist. I don't want to sound
racist. Your mouth
racist,
should not ever be moving when my mouth is moving.
I don't want to.
So again, you know 2 languages, and I know you, man. I know what I'm saying is pissing you off, but you're literally 5'4". You're literally 5'4". So there's really nothing you could do if you were pissed off or pissed on. So what I'm telling you is that you know 2 languages, sir, and you've mastered neither one. So you speak ghetto.
Es que te hablo en español, porque hablo bien el español, mi amigo. Now, with all my respect, at least I came to the United States.
Listen.
They didn't bring me here.
Beans and
like
disease.
You, Itchy.
Motherfucker, I don't know what
they
you
didn't bring me here like you, Itchy.
I don't know what you want me to say.
If your great parents they didn't bring him over here, you wouldn't be here. You will be in Uganda or Nigeria. Am I lying?
Guess what, Texas Trump? Let me tell you something. We didn't ask to come here. You're absolutely right. We didn't ask to come here. We didn't. Okay? We would be perfectly fine if white folks had left us the fuck alone. We would be perfectly fine. All right? I am sure that you are aware of the kingdom of Mali. I am sure that you are aware of Kemet and Kush. We were just fucking fine. Living our lives in the motherland, in Africa, in Central and Western Africa. We were just fucking fine. We were simply doing amazing. You're gonna stop talking when I'm talking. I really hate when people who have a dick be quiet. We were just fine, absolutely fine, more than fine, fucking amazing, until the white man came and raped and pillaged our villages, until they came and darn going started war amongst the tribes. We were perfectly fine.
Madam,
until they stole us from our homeland. We were doctors, we were teachers.
They were brought.
And guess what? Black. Guess what, Texas Trump? Guess what, Texas Trump? You are pissed off. You're pissed off that black people here. Yes, you are. You are pissed off that black people here still rise. That's what you're mad about.
Right.
You're mad about the fact that black people in the United States have never and will never assimilate to whiteness because you feel the only way that you're going to be accepted in the United States of America if you strip yourself of your culture, if you strip yourself of your indigenous language. That's what you think. We don't have to do that. We never fucking will. We never will. We never will. Now, Papa is here. You're going to take yourself. You're going to go on mute. Go on mute and stop talking. Hey, Papa. Good morning.
What's up, Erica?
Papa, go. Can I point something out right quick?
Oh, sure, Itchy. Go ahead.
Coach. I just want to point this out. While he's doing all of that ranting and raving about black people, one thing for sure, two things for certain. When deportation does come en mass, we're not going anywhere. You will, but we're not going anywhere. Because guess what? We're the only group of people other than indigenous people in this country that they don't have anywhere to send us to. So guess what? We're here for the long ride. You're here for a good time.
Okay.
That part. Texas Trump, go on mute.
And guess who's gonna be working instead of Hispanics? You, dude. But I doubt it because you can.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Did you not hear Trump's comments on brown people just a few weeks ago?
You guys cannot even keep.
You didn't hear that? You didn't hear his comments?
No, I don't follow him.
Oh, you didn't. You didn't. Okay. I want to say.
So he died,
okay.
right?
So here's the thing. Donald Trump said, because you know he's a fucking racist. Okay, he's a racist. He said that the people in the inner cities don't want to do the jobs. We tried to get the people in the inner cities to do the jobs. They just don't want to do it. But these people do it naturally. Naturally, Trump said. What happens if they get a bad back? They don't get a bad back. Because if they get a bad back, they die. That's what he said. He said, you all are naturally made to work the field. That's what Donald Trump said. That's literally what he said about your people.
That's good.
Donald Trump is literally going back on his own word in regards to mass deportation because he sees what his stupid plans, because they're not policies. So he sees what his plans and his actions have done to the agricultural industry here in the United States of America. So he's trying to figure out how can he keep brown people in this country to work the fields.
I'm asking you, that's racist.
That is highly racist. You should think higher of your people than darn on delegating them to working the fields.
What about Hillary and Biden saying that we...
What about Biden? What about Biden? Boy, no one is asking about Biden. We're not talking about Biden. We're talking about Donald Trump. That's what we're talking about. Stick to the subject. Itchy, did you do that?
And I did.
And you did? Okay. That's what we're talking about. Thinking that it's okay to darn go. Thank you, Sky, for the flower crown. I'm a princess. All right. A quick commercial break, guys. There's over 530 people in here. Let's go ahead and why are we not tapping? Why are we not tapping, guys? What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's tap that screen, guys. Let's get this up to 150,000 likes. Also, guys, let's go ahead and knock out our tiny dinies. That's the current gift goal that we're working on. So let's get those out of the way. Also, continue to show love to Mr. Itchy while he's here. And again, we don't have a daily donation goal, but if you do want to show love and support me directly, you can do so via the pay links in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And YouTube. Hi, I see you guys having a chat over there. Someone said they want to debate me. Tell them to come to TikTok. Let's have a conversation. All right. But YouTube, continue to like the stream, guys. And also, if you want to show love on YouTube, the best way is to do it through a super chat. So thank you so much. Also, we do have memberships available where you can get access to our Discord. The link is there. So once you choose that membership, you can get access to the Discord. Come join the fun. Now, with that being said, we are joined by my papa. All right. All right. We haven't talked really in a while. All right. The relationship is a bit strange. You know how family can get sometimes. Okay. But with that being said, I only brought him up because Itchy is here. And I know how much Itchy loves him. So.
Boy, you got a good bodyguard, Erica.
So.
Yes,
boy, every time I come
bodyguard.
up here, Itchy around. That's good. That's dope, man.
That is not true.
I ain't saying nothing.
That is not true.
Yep.
But okay.
But Itchy, all right. He don't like to talk football. Him and Don Trail, they run from me. All they want to focus on is Trump, Trump, Trump. I get tired of talking about Trump all day.
Then why are you here, Papa? Papa, what are you doing?
Do I see something here?
What do you
I ain't
mean?
trying to insinuate nothing.
What are you insinuating?
I like this.
What do you like?
Okay, let me leave before I get
What are
in
you
trouble.
talking about? Why are you speaking in riddles? What are we doing?
All right, you got your bodyguard here. That's all I'm gonna say.
I
That's
have a
all right,
question for
Erica.
you. I have a question for you. What do you think about the judge's ruling this morning that found that Donald Trump's deployment to Los Angeles of the National Guard was illegal?
Oh, and also the children too. Hunting him
Deport to
down, huh?
Guatemala?
Yeah, they're striking him down, huh?
Yeah, but focus.
And
Focus.
the tariffs and everything.
Focus.
Well, you know they're out to get him, Miss Erica. Right?
How are they out to get him when they're just following the law and he's not?
You know, Alan Dershowitz, the lawyer, said he wrote a book called Get Trump. You're not familiar with that, right?
I'm listening to you, Papa.
Okay, that's what they're doing. That's their agenda. Because he's messing with the deep state. It's Republicans and Democrats. You heard of Thomas Massey? Tom Tillis?
Tinfoil, I'm not going to waste. I'm not going to waste my tinfoil on you.
All right, let me go. I just came up.
Why you always say let me go when you go off on a tangent? I need you to focus. I asked you to focus and tell us what do you think about the judge's ruling this morning.
Didn't I tell you about the book, Get Trump?
Okay.
It ain't going to stop, Miss Erica. That's all I got to say.
It's not going to stop. What's not going to stop?
What they're doing, the lawfare, until they get to our favorite court, and then y'all going to get upset.
But here's the thing. How are they doing lawfare against Donald Trump, though, when Donald Trump is the one that's actually doing the incorrect things? He's not following the Constitution. He's also not following acts and policies that we've had in place for decades. Isn't it the court's job to interpret the law?
Okay, so why all this get overturned at the Supreme Court?
Could it be that the Supreme Court is conservative?
All I could name is one case with the plane that they told to turn around and bring Garcia back. That's all I could think. Everything else been overturned, Miss Erica.
That's not true. The Supreme Court has upheld justice. Okay.
He just inflated two cases.
Yeah, you did just conflate two cases because they are different. They are different.
But you can't go beyond two cases?
No, because the Supreme Court also told Donald Trump that he couldn't implement he couldn't enact the Alien Enemies Act. So they told him that too. So there's that. And then the 9-0 decision to bring back Kilmar Abrigo Garcia was a totally different case. So there's two for you. Two.
Aliens Enemy Act or the Birthright Citizen, that's not until October.
No. That's not true. No, birthright citizenship is something that they've already heard and that they haven't ruled on yet. That's different. That's something that they've already heard because they did they removed the nationwide injunctions on it. So there's that. All right. And that's still being fought in court because it went through a class action suit in the lower courts. And so the Supreme Court does have to hear it again. All right. You keep conflating things. So that's different. The Alien Enemies Act was struck down by the Supreme Court. They said that Donald Trump did not have reason to actually enact it. He tried to, and he didn't. And so they upheld the lower court's decision that said that Donald Trump could not do it. And then the other thing with Kilmar Abrigo Garcia, that was the unanimous, I can't say that damn word, decision. So there's a
due process, right?
Yeah, that was in regards to due process. They must facilitate and effectuate his return. That's different cases.
No, I'm talking about Garcia. What about now?
What about now? The lower courts in Maryland said that he can't be deported. No, because the lower court in Maryland said that he can't be deported.
Hold on.
So he's still here.
Hold on. Didn't they just charge him with trafficking?
the DOJ charged him with trafficking. So that is a case that he has to fight, but that's not going to the Supreme Court.
No, I ain't saying the Supreme Court, but I'm saying they have to have a reason to deport him. And what country they was talking about sending him to? Uganda.
Mm-hmm.
So how are they going to be able to do that, Miss Erica, if they didn't win? The court, Trump, people didn't win.
What do you mean? How are they going to be able to do that if the people didn't win?
No, I'm saying they deporting him to Uganda. I don't know what date.
Are you talking about the Supreme Court decision? Are you talking about the Supreme Court decision to allow people to be deported to third countries?
I'm talking about Garcia didn't receive due process, right?
Initially, no, he did not when he was sent to CCOT.
Now,
Itchy, jump in whenever you want to.
They brought up more charges, and now they got the charges that they need. And he had his due process.
No, they don't.
Right?
Nope.
He hasn't had his day. He hasn't had his day in court yet.
Because if they did, we wouldn't still be talking about him being here. If they did, he'd be gone. They can't, so they haven't, and you have misinformation. I'm not gonna say that you're
wait.
Just have misinformation. The injunction from the start said that he could be deported. It just said that he couldn't be deported to those two certain countries. They've messed it up, and that man's still here because they did it incorrectly. He's broke that man's what is it called?
His constitutional rights?
Yeah, basically his constitutional rights. So as long as he continues to do this through executive orders or try to do it just because he doesn't want that man here, it's going to continue to be illegal.
So you saying they can't charge him? Because that's all they was trying to drum up to get him out of here.
He's still here.
Yeah, no one said that they can't.
So you saying he's not going to leave?
No one is saying that. I'm not sure where you're hearing these things.
He's saying he's still here.
No,
why
that's not what he's saying.
He's still here, like he's going to be here permanently.
He's not saying that he's going to be here permanently. Right now, that is up in the air. All right? It is up in the air. But it's up in the air because of the fact that the Trump administration denied him due process when they initially deported him. And then when they finally decided to listen to the Supreme Court's order to bring him back, they drummed up some charges against him. And now he does have to get his due process. He has to have his day in court. He has to. All right. What was happening? No, hold on, Papa. What was happening, all right, is that Kilmore Abrego Garcia's attorneys went to the Trump administration and said, hey, the country of Costa Rica will take him. All right. He's willing to go to Costa Rica. The Trump administration said, okay, we'll send you to Costa Rica, but only if you plead guilty to the charges of trafficking that have been levied against you, serve your sentence, and then we'll deport you to Costa Rica. Kilmar Abrego Garcia said, no, because I did not traffic anyone. I'm not guilty of any crime. I'm not taking that deal. So the Trump administration then said, okay, we'll send you to Uganda. All right. And that's when the lawsuit was filed to prevent him from being deported to Uganda. Okay, because that would have been, again, the Trump administration not giving him his due process. All right, because he hadn't had his day in court yet. Okay. A lower court in Maryland found that that the administration's actions were illegal. They cannot just deport the man without due process. So that's why he's still here in the United States of America. He will get his day in court. The evidence will have to be presented. Does that make sense to you?
Where this man is from?
Yes, he's literally from El Salvador.
Okay. Why the judge told him not to go back to El Salvador?
Because he had a credible fear of life claim. So he had a withholding order in place
He was
that stated that he could not be deported. Right? He could not be deported to, I believe it was Guatemala and El Salvador, but specifically El Salvador. It didn't say that he could not be deported. All right. It did not say that. But it just said that he couldn't go to those countries.
But Miss Erica, they got a new president. He got rid of the threat that Garcia was fearing going back to El Salvador.
No, he didn't get rid of it.
They got a maximum prison.
I'm sorry, say that again.
They have a maximum prison in El Salvador. They don't hardly have that much crime because how this new president, they call him a dictator. How he done cleaned up the El Salvador. So Garcia claimed that, if they send me back there, then the G member is going to get me. So that's why he had to come back to the United States, right?
But none of that actually matters. And no, he had to come back to the United States because he had the withholding order. And the Supreme Court told them that they did not allow that man his due process. So the Trump administration was wrong. It was illegal to send him there, and that they had to facilitate and effectuate his return. Which the Trump administration then lied and said that they cannot tell another president what to do. All the while, the El Salvadorian president Bukele was saying that the United States are in fact responsible and in control of those immigrants. Hence why they were able to negotiate the darn on prisoner swap of the Venezuelans from CCOT. That's how they were able to do that. So Donald Trump continues to lie, and you continue to believe it.
No, he sure ain't say that in the White House.
What?
He wait till he got home to say that.
He waited until he got.
White House,
no, he didn't.
Reporters asked the El Salvador president
about,
why can't you take him? Why is he in El Salvador? He say he's mine, but then he changed his mind. But anyway, my president finna come on. It's 2:00 because they said that J.D. Vance was going to replace him. So let me see what.
So you think Trump is unalive too?
No, that's what the liberals saying.
That's what the liberals are saying.
They say been missing 3 days, Miss Erica.
Yeah, it's been about a week.
Wow, this is crazy. Let me go and watch my president.
You know why? Why do you say?
Okay, all right.
It gets weird when you do that.
Hey, you're in the right space, brother. You're in good company.
Papa, I hope you get your journal today.
Okay, Erica.
Goodbye.
I hope I ain't caused no problems.
You didn't. Goodbye, though. Have a good day. I swear that man get on my nerves, y'all. He gets on my nerves. Guys, keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. I'm not sure why the likes aren't moving, but it is 11 o'clock, and I said this was going to be a short show. All right, so I think it might be time to call it. It might be time to call it. I think we should do that.
Before you do that, everybody's about 500 people in the live right now. If we could get over 100,000 likes, we're definitely not leaving before we get 100,000 likes. So I need everybody to tap the screen. Let's get Erica over 100,000 likes. That's always a marker of success for us. Anything below 100,000 likes is just what do we do it for? What do we do it for?
That's fair, actually. I'm very surprised. All these people in here, and y'all not tapping the screen. Y'all working or something? Are y'all working? I need y'all to tap the screen. Let's go ahead and get it up to 100,000 likes, guys. I think we should do 150. I just don't feel right with 100,000 in 2 hours. That's crazy. But also, I'm so sorry I missed this, Sean. Shout out to the other Discord. And has ruled against Donald Trump multiple times, guys. So it's These conversations. I think the reason why I really do this is because I learned so much. I learned like a lot about the human psyche, but I also learned a lot about basically politics, current events. You know, the actual the details under the surface. I learned about those things. And it's always interesting to me how all these pieces always come together. So I think that's why I continue to do this. And also it's for the chat so that you can learn something. I always say this, and that you can go ahead and if you hear something, you can research it. So that's why. And it's very surprising to me, guys, that Itchy asked y'all to get up to 100,000 likes and y'all did it like that. But I asked y'all to get to 150,000 and what? What? We're going to have a talk chat.
Go ahead on to 150.
Yeah.
They haven't stopped. They haven't even slowed down because we got to we knocked that 20 piece out in what, less than 3 minutes?
Yes.
So we can knock a 20 piece out in less than 3 minutes. Then I know we can knock this 50 piece out in less than 10. And that's just giving a little extra cushion. So let's take the next 10 minutes while she winds down the show, and let's go ahead and tap her to 150K because that's the least we could do, right?
Exactly. Thank you all. Let's get to 150,000, guys. Let's get to 150,000. All right. Mark your fingers hurt, but thank you so much. I appreciate your love. So I'm just very, very confusing. That one gentleman, the Guatemalan, the self-hate was so evident. It was scary. It was like oozing from him. I love being Black. I'm gonna say that. If I could, like, every single lifetime, I want to come back Black. Like darker and darker. I'm already dark skinned. I want to be darker in the next lifetime. Okay. I do. I want to come back every single time Black. All right. Like we're never going to assimilate. We're never going to be what they want us to be. We're never going to conform to whiteness. We are always going to maintain our identity, our culture, our practices, like our language. They're just going to have to be okay with it because we're not going away. So yeah, I just want to be Black each and every lifetime.
I agree.
You agree?
We also carry the key to humanity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because we're the engine that pushes everything forward. I'm not gonna say that the fight that they did in Africa to free themselves, because they definitely freed themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say in my lifetime I saw the push that we had in America for South Africa, because we didn't know. But as soon as we understood and we heard, even through our oppression, we still fought for the liberation of even South Africans. We always fight for the liberation of everybody around the world.
Exactly.
The reason why America used to say they are the beacon on the hill is because they had us.
Exactly. Exactly. We've always been at the forefront of issues. And we always say that, like, when Black people gain rights and civil liberties in this country, everyone does. That's the real trickle down effect right there. And I wish people would understand that. We live, baby. I really wish they would understand that, because if allowed to, I agree with Castle in this sense that, like, we should be in positions of power, because as the people that we are, we don't just, like, how can I put this, Itchy? Our upward mobility is the upward mobility of all. All right, because of intersectionality. All right, we impact every single marginalized group that there is here in this country. And when we progress, they progress also. And if people only recognize that, then I think that we could actually have true progression in this country. But yet they can't get past this idea that they're losing out on something because we're gaining something. when at the end of the day, they gain also.
Oh, they don't see it like that. They've been conditioned in this country to believe that. Think about it. Every human right we gain, they lose property rights. Every human right we gain, they lose property rights. That's why they fight so hard, even in an unconditioned mind. They don't even know they're doing it. They've been conditioned so much in this country to believe that they are supposed to be in power of everything. That they're say, even like the structure of a nuclear family, the man has the last word, the last say. And if this is a relationship, and if we're all in this country and this is one big relationship, then white men feel like that they should be the last say of everything. So anytime we gain human rights, anytime we gain liberation of, or we gain, what's the word I'm looking for?
Our civil liberties, our rights.
Well, anytime we gain like the rights for ourselves, they lose property rights. They can't control it. They can't control what we do in our homes. They can't control who we love. They can't control the religion that we have. They can't control. Once we gain freedom, they lose it all.
Yep. That is true. That is true. And I another thing is that I want white folks, especially the ones that aren't rich. Like, you might be doing well in life, making, your $200,000, $300,000 a year, being able to go on your 1 or 2 vacations, buying whatever it is you want to buy, so on, blah, 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 all that good stuff, all the material, but you're still not in that class that they care about. You're not in that class. And you upholding white supremacy has never, ever served you. Has never served you. You are trapped in a class war, all while you get to perpetuate racism. Racism. Like, one thing that I know that Itchy and Liv talk about is the opioid epidemic that's going on in the white community. All right, I would say with white people, because I don't think white people have community. That's another story. We'll talk about that later, guys. But the opioid addiction that white people are experiencing, especially white males, all right, and the young ones, all right, they're dying at an exponential rate because of it. All right, and it's not good. It just isn't. And all the while, your children are unaliving because of this substance. And the person that you voted for, all right, is removing funding from substance abuse programs, from mental health programs. But yet you're upholding this system all to kind of just stay in power. But for what? Because you don't really have any power. You don't make anything shake. You don't gain anything from this. Right? You don't gain anything. But yet we had a candidate, and we've had candidates who unfortunately have lost, like Howard Dean. I think about Howard Dean. Everyone remembered Howard Dean? Oh, man, fucking Howard Dean, man. Just think of the trajectory that we could be on with that man. Howard Dean, all right, from Vermont, he had the right idea when it came to health insurance. He had to, because he wanted to try to do a universal health care plan in the United States, and he would have been the motherfucker to push for it. I love President Obama I like President Obama as a person. I will say that Obama was not the best president. He really did some stuff that I did not agree with. Drones. Okay. I did not particularly agree with them. I didn't even agree with his mass deportation plan, because he was a deporter in chief. He deported a whole lot of people. And at some points, to be honest, guys, President Obama did not allow people their due process. Okay. But he did a lot of revision to his plans to ensure that people did get due process. And I think I'm drifting off, but one of the differences there with Trump and Obama is that Obama didn't stand 10 toes down. He didn't, he wasn't accused of not allowing deportation and saying, okay, what the fuck ever, we're going to keep doing it this way and we'll let the courts handle it. That didn't happen. When brought to his attention, the plans were revised and people were told about their rights. I want people to look into these things and try to actually understand the nuance here, because it's not just black and white. There is some gray area. There are questions that need to be asked. We do need to dig deeper. And that's one of the things that people on the right don't like to do. They don't want to acknowledge that what Donald Trump is doing is categorically wrong. They say that they care about morality so much, but yet they're fucking hypocrites because they don't care, because they'll excuse and try to wash everything that Donald Trump does. Every single thing that he does. Like, you can't make me think for any moment that it's okay for getting life-ending illnesses who are getting the care that they need to stay alive here in the United States should be removed from that care and sent back to a developing nation. You're not going to convince me that that's okay. You're not going to convince me that a person who never committed a crime, whether in their home country or here in the United States, should be sent to what's essentially a concentration camp where they're told that they're never leaving. I don't think that, no. The punishment does not fit the crime, because guess what? There was no fucking crime to begin with. How do you explain? You can't explain that away. I don't care. You can't explain that away. You can't explain away signing a bill that over the course of 10 years is going to cost people, millions of people. It is not just the 11 million that's estimated, guys. We also have to think about, because of premium people on the ACA who pay out of pocket for their own insurance are going to lose their coverage because they can no longer afford it. We have to think about that. We have to think about the extra money that people who pay via their employer paid insurance, all right, how they're going to actually fucking be impacted by this. It's going to be in the millions, like tens of millions of people are going to go without insurance or be put into financial hardship because they can't afford it. Racism is expensive, STLA. It is very expensive, extremely. I just wish that white people, especially poor white people, knew how expensive it is. People in Appalachia, there's a program, I can't remember, it's Home Something. It's a home program that actually helps people in rural areas get homes. It gives them money to purchase homes or to build from the ground up. It's a pretty cool program. It helps many people in rural areas. Appalachia is one of those areas, right? I believe it was over, I think it built like 1 point something million homes, and over 500,000 of those homes were in Appalachia. Donald Trump just got rid of that program. He just got rid of that program.
It hurt rural areas more than it hurts the rest of us, because in a way, if you're in a city, you're pretty much in areas. So I mean, state-wise, you may be affected, but in the cities and places that you are that are insulated by blue areas, we're gonna do the best we can. But rural areas, Mother Nature is whooping their tail right now, Eric.
Exactly.
Mother Nature is whooping their
Flooding,
tail right now.
Fires. It's guys, and another thing, guys, y'all remember in September and October of last year when we had the 2 hurricanes come along the East Coast and then South, and like everyone on the right was so upset with how the Biden administration was handling FEMA and was handling the response. Yet, where the fuck has Donald Trump been? Milwaukee just experienced a once in a lifetime fucking storm that caused flooding. Where's FEMA? Where was Trump? Did he go visit the area? No. No, he didn't. Georgia experienced a storm earlier this year. Where was Trump? Where was FEMA? The floods in Texas. That's the only one that they fucking went to. That's the only one they went to. Can you guess why?
He needed something from Abbott.
Say it again. Say it again.
Because he needed something from Abbott.
And that was gerrymandering, redistricting. There's that. I fucking hate it here, guys. I fucking hate it here. I do. I hate it here. Because why? Just why? Just why? Why? I really want, I want a fucking Republican. I want to talk to a real Republican. I want to talk to a real Republican that voted for Donald Trump and maybe now, not maybe, but does regret their vote. Because I spoke to one a few days ago and he was, I'm going to say it was very pleasant to speak with him. But I want to talk to them and I want to ask them, why do white people, especially poor white people, constantly, consistently, persistently vote interest? Why? I really want to know why. I want to hear from the horse's mouth. Why do they consistently do that? Vote against their own interest. They could have so much progress. Go ahead, Itchy.
Because the ideal in this country has been, at least I'm not black. And so since these people have the excuse that at least I'm not black, they're not poor. Because they only see poor people as black people.
Jesus.
They only see poor people as people who live in projects and Section 8 housing. They don't understand that third generation house that you live in that's falling in around you, that you can't afford to keep up, and that has probably never been kept up. 2 generations of trucks and shit sitting out in front of your dirt road. They don't think that that's poor.
Because at least they own something and at least they're not black.
Exactly.
Jesus. Oh God. I want to hear it from their mouth though. I just want to talk to one that's going to be honest. That's just going to be honest. And yeah. That's what I want to do. I want to talk to one that's just going to be honest. But Itchy, guess what? They got us to 161,000 likes. Yay.
That's what it do.
Yay. Yay. Good luck with that. No, listen, I live in Arizona and I've actually spoken to many Republicans and had pretty decent conversations. I don't know why the question that I just had has never thought to come to me, but I want to talk to one and see. But I'm not sure. Next Monday, I am going to be talking to one of the lead organizers. I can't talk right now. My bad. Pulling a fucking Santana. One of the lead organizers of the Democratic Socialist Organization of America. So DSA. Democratic Socialists of America org. I'm going to be talking to him and also one of the organizers with the Afro Socialist movement. It's going to be pretty fucking awesome. I want to do that so that I can get my people to understand more about democratic socialism and how it actually can benefit us. This was inspired by Zoran Mamdani's, I hope I said his name right. His primary win and his race for mayor out in NYC. Because it was reported at the time that only 17% of Black people in New York City supported Zoran, which I thought was crazy because democratic socialism can actually benefit us. All right, it's extremely progressive and their policies actually are for the benefit of our people. They're for the benefit of our people. And again, when we progress, everyone progresses. All right. So there's that. Hey, RJ. So that's what I'm going to be doing next Monday. Have a whole week to prepare. All right. I'm actually going to do some content. Can't believe it, can you? All right. So, if I can't get them to, so far we agreed to do it on Zoom, so I'll likely just be streaming to YouTube. But if I can get them to do it on TikTok, I definitely will, but it'll likely be on Zoom and I'll have to direct you to the YouTube in order to watch it. So there's that. So looking forward to doing that. Definitely looking forward to having that conversation and just hopefully helping everyone get a better understanding of what democratic socialism is. But with that being said, guys, I'm gonna go take my afternoon nap. That's what I'm gonna do. Take my afternoon nap. Itchy, thank you for hanging out with me. I appreciate you.
But of course,
Okay. I hope you get
with
to enjoy lunch.
With that departure, then I guess I'll do my famous out, so I can, because I'm not gonna go live today. And if you don't mind me giving my out,
Go ahead.
love to do it.
I still have to do mine, but you most definitely can do yours because I love it.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop on down after I do it. Then it is 2:25 Tuesday, September 22nd. There's no doubt in my mind, and without a shadow of a doubt, Rush Limbaugh still dead. That'd be great.
So thank you, Itchy. I appreciate you guys. And I just want to say thank you all to everyone who tapped the screen, who shared the live, who sent a gift. Also, shout out to YouTube for being here. Remember to like that stream on the way out. I appreciate each and every last one of you. I'm not going to do my saying just yet because we will be back tonight around 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to do it again. Just trying out the morning show to see how it all goes. I just want to say I love y'all. Keep doing all of the good things. I'll definitely see y'all later. And with that being said,
Sniping this right now.
Sniping
Sniping this right now.
Against my chat? Are you crazy? 30 seconds up, chat.
Yes, against your chat.